It was actually a very localized league called the Vasco Badminton League.
And I would like to have every league to be an ultimate league.
I've been part of all episodes of UBL.
More focus is given to the younger lot.
Correct. Performance at these levels also gives them an opportunity to be noticed.
Next year, Praveen will be having people approaching him for putting up their own teams.
This year itself, we had 15 outstation players who actually registered for the auction.
Goa is one place, is one small state, but having the best infrastructure as far as badminton is concerned.
Well, hello and welcome to a very special episode of Goa Connect. And after every successful league or a tournament, I think it is time to do a post-mortem or rather decode of how the league was. Yes, we are at the Pedem Sports Complex and we are decoding the recently concluded Vedanta Ultimate Badminton League. And we have with us three gentlemen who have been an integral part of this league, who have been nurturing a lot of talent and of course promoting the sports, especially here at badminton. I have with me first of all Manoj Patil, President of Goa Badminton Association. Sir, welcome to the show. Also joining him is Praveen Shenoy, Secretary Goa Badminton Association and President at Goa Sports Club. And last but not the least, I have with me Yogiraj Kamat, who is the team owner and player of Sparkling Stars and apparently the winner at Vedanta Ultimate Badminton League 2025. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. I think it's quite exciting to have you all, especially after having successfully concluded the show for this particular edition. First of all, sir, how was it to have Vedanta Ultimate Badminton League, especially in this particular year?
See, firstly, when we talk about growth of sports, we always look at getting sponsors. And this time for the Ultimate League, we had Vedanta who came on board thanks to Praveen Shenoy, who spoke to them and got them on board. Finally, the kids today, the youngsters whom, as President of Goa Badminton, we are looking at growing badminton in Goa in a big way. We want the grassroots players to come up and shine not only at the state level, at the national level, but the international level. And this can only happen when corporates like Vedanta can come on board to support the game. And here for the Ultimate Badminton League, we had Vedanta who came to support in a big way. And I must use Prudent media to thank Vedanta for coming and supporting this event in a large way. It was a fantastic event. I was there on both the days, and the excitement among the team owners was to be seen. And the best part was the finals, which was literally touch and go. And I must compliment Yogiraj Kamat and his team for reaching the milestone, reaching the final line of 150 points. We had, I think, 146, 150. So it was that close. So there was excitement not only among the team owners but among every player who was there.
Okay, I'll come to Yogiraj and congratulate him later. But Praveen, tell me one thing: what has been the biggest takeaway? How has been the league in general, different than what all the lot of leagues that you have organized in the past? How has been the experience?
So, Rohit, this is actually the 5th edition of the Badminton League. In fact, when we first promulgated this concept 5 editions back, it was actually a very localized league called the Vasco Badminton League. And where you have major, all the team captains and owners were actually from the area of Vasco itself. I belong to Vasco, so that's how it started and originated. And the next edition, the kind of response we got, we moved it to what is called the Goa Badminton League, because all over from Goa people wanted to play Goa Badminton League. So we had 2 editions, the edition number 2 and 3, which was the GBL or the Goa Badminton League. And the response was tremendous. We've had, it was wonderful. It was humbling experience for us when we had many team owners coming forward and wanting to be a part of this this entire franchise of Badminton League, Ultimate Badminton League. So we said, and we also saw that every club wanted to have a league of their own. So we started having almost leagues happening every 3rd month. There was a league that was springing up from all parts of Goa. So we said, now what do we do? Each time we need to up our game. We said, let's make it the Ultimate Badminton League for Goa altogether. And that's how UBL came into picture last year in the 4th edition. And 5th year has become grander. Each edition has been always upping the ante, in terms of the show on display, in terms of the participation from the franchise owners and the player participation. The kind of competition and skill sets that is there on display is is a treat to watch. You really need to watch these players play and display their skills. And it is the best in Goa that is on display, and it was amazing.
I think it started as a competition tournament, then league, and now towards the ultimate league. And we have the winner for this year's edition in terms of Yogiraj. Yogiraj has been integral part, especially with respect to the operations, is also participating. Yogi, first of all, congratulations to to be the winner of Vedanta Ultimate Badminton League. Yogi Bab, tell us how has been this experience of yours, especially your team performing and winning the title.
This is the third year our team is participating. Actually, Sparkling Stars first started with Junior Badminton League. They had organized a Junior Badminton League, and Vinayak sir, he spoke to me and he said that they are short of a team. So we started at Sparkling Stars for that, and we had won that particular edition. That is the time when the logo and everything was designed. And from then on, I have been part of all episodes of UBL. This is the third season of UBL we have been part of. And last year we were the runner-ups. And this year somehow we managed to win it. I am very thankful to my captain, vice captain, who were the main people who were involved in selecting the team, because the entire thing depends on auctions and selecting of the team and how you manage the auction, manage the money and all that, and to get the best combination of the teams. All the players played well because it was very touch and go, because as Manoj mentioned, till I think the 10th game, till the 8th game we were trailing. Initially we started the lead and then we were trailing by almost 8 points. And then the pair of actually students of Kelo India, Om Nandanwar and Joshi, Parth Joshi, they managed to get us on board. We got a lead of 1 point. And then the final game, our players somehow clinched the title. It was a very exciting game. Last year we were runner-ups, but last year it was one-sided. We lost by a big margin. So there was not much excitement. This year there was a lot of excitement. If you see the videos and all of the wins, it was totally like, because of the teams, it's like we play in a team. The normal tournaments which happen are different, because there everybody plays for their individual glory. But here, since it's a team effort, so it also helps in bonding of the players, team bonding. There were players from all parts of Goa in one team. And the way we practiced 3 times in Mapsa, then we practiced in Panjim, we practiced in Margao. Everybody should come from different parts of Goa to practice. So everybody wants the team to win. That is how we were able to win.
I think Yogi has not still sunk in into the winning spirit. I think I still see a lot of excitement in the way he speaks. It's still that winning spirit
there is
that he has.
There is so much excitement that our players have now want to have a league in Margao.
Of course. Manoj Bab, I really want to ask you another thing is, there are a lot of clubs who organize, badminton leagues or other tournaments at their level across the state. Having a ultimate badminton league, especially backed by the association, one, and also getting the support of the corporates, and also, all of a sudden that, excites everybody, the players, the spectators, and, every stakeholder. How do you define this particular aspect with respect to organizing, across the state and having this kind of an, league for nurturing the future talent as well?
See, as president of Goa Badminton Association, I would like to have every league to be an ultimate league. Okay?
True.
Because you get the best out of the players during those matches. Okay? As far as events, Yogiraj just said that Margao they want to have another league. So a lot of clubs are wanting to have leagues here.
True.
Okay? But one thought process as a president, we are also looking now, we had a discussion last week, was also looking at similar leagues wherein we can get the youngsters playing in a big number. Okay, through that we can also get a lot of raw talent. Okay, right now what happens is, in the present format, we have got various age groups. Right now I think from 15 onwards, from 15 to 60 plus.
60 plus,
okay? And we do value that. We want leagues to happen. At the same time, as GBA, we would also want to have a lot of leagues wherein more stress is given, more focus is given to the younger lot.
Correct.
Because that is where we can identify the best of them and support those kids so that they really achieve something for Goa, for India. And just to tell you more, we are looking at, in the last 6 months, after taking since May we have taken over, and we have been working on getting a lot of CSR support. Lot of discussion is in progress. We have almost freezed on 2-3 organizations who will come to support the youngsters in a big way. And again, as badminton is a costly sport, we find a lot of parents taking their kids out of playing in the ninth standard and all. So our focus now is not only to speak to those parents to continue them playing badminton, at the same time identify talent from the villages of Goa,
And giving them the
where
platform.
the kids may not be very good in studies but very good in playing badminton, and how we can, as GBA, as corporates, as government, support them so that they can achieve what we are looking at.
Okay. Praveen Bab, I think this apparently happens to be your brainchild, right? You've been actively involved in this. I sometimes wonder if I remove the sponsor or the corporate part of it from maybe a ISL or remove it from IPL, will it have similar impact on the people who are watching it? Will that excitement remain same? I think the moment a corporate brand comes into picture, the level of any sport goes 10x time. The value of the sport also and the brand also goes. How has been this transition with respect to getting corporate support and also pushing the talent that is available, and as sir said, going back to the villages, grassroots, picking up and giving them the opportunity to play. How does this define the sport and especially the future of the sport?
See, corporate sponsors or sponsors per se for any kind of tournament or sports in general goes a long way in, number one, attracting the eyeballs for the sport, attracting the kind of players across the spectrum for the sport. Like we just mentioned, the kind of age group that we cover is 15 plus to 60 plus. That's a huge spectrum, age spectrum we're talking about, and this is across Goa. So every constituency, we are able to attract that kind of talent. And this happens if a sponsor is on board. With our limited means and reach at a club level, it becomes that much difficult. The minute you have a GB as an association, okay, supporting it, and Vedanta Sesa Goa kind of a corporate sponsor coming on board, I mean, the reach is far larger. The kind of people who come to watch this, now we go live. For example, our third place as well as our finals are live telecast with the branding that happens, with the score, the player names coming in. So suddenly the feel good factor even for the players of being noticed, because performance at these levels, at these tournaments, also gives them an opportunity to be noticed by talent hunters. So there are a lot of people who say, now example, our selection committee members itself, they are in some way or the other involved even in the Ultimate Badminton League. They get to spot talent as well. We get to spot talent and identify them to see whether we can nurture them to play for Goa and then probably even represent in India as well. So this is just a means. Getting a sponsor on board like Vedanta Goa has really doubled that effort for us and made our tasks easier, I would say. It gives us that kind of reach for more players, work down to the grassroots level, and obviously you create the kind of excitement down the grassroots level as well. Suddenly the people who have not gone beyond their constituencies see a league happening at a larger level, and they see an opportunity over there to participate as well. That's how Vedanta Goa has been instrumental in taking the Ultimate Badminton League to the next level, I would say.
I think, Yogi, I really want to ask you as a team owner and as well as a player, of having glamour in sports. This is something that I believe we are lacking here in Goa. There are some, sports person who get that limelight. But I think the moment if there is limelight to it, I think a lot of people would like to take on sports, and we would see a different output of Goa across sports altogether. How do you see this, getting in with respect to leagues or different competitions? How do you get maybe television or broadcast or these kind of things and make it more exciting for people to watch, people who can't come here, but we are still part of a league? How do you see that?
Badminton is just getting into this glamour quotient. Actually, this year with participation of Vedanta Goa, we saw that they had covered the event on Instagram, on Facebook. They were live everywhere. Earlier UBL was there, but because the reach what Seza has, their handles on social media has a reach. They have followers of more than lakh people. So with that, the league we were able to spread the league to almost outside Goa. People from outside Goa also knew that such a thing is happening in Goa. And they must have seen the matches live for the finals and semi-final. And I'm sure next year Praveen will be having people approaching him for putting up their own teams. From outside Goa also people may come to put their teams.
I think that is
they
the
already,
success, yeah.
People have
That should
contacted
be the
him for that.
success.
In fact, just to add to what Yogi just mentioned, this year itself we had 15 outstation players who actually registered for the auction, and I already have 5 different franchisees, corporates again, wanting to own a team next year. So that's the kind of popularity we've been able to achieve as of now.
More than Praveen, I think Manoj sir would be really happy to know this kind of a feedback coming from the market. Especially any sports needs money for, and to make it, to get the glamour, I think that is what is the most crucial part. A lot of energy that I see every time I meet you, sir, in person. And the passion that you have for sports, especially badminton, is something that is really, really commendable. You have taken over recently and you have seen a lot of transition happening. How do you see the future of badminton with respect to your tenure, especially?
Okay. Firstly, the earlier tenure was by Tata Thakur and Sandeep Heble, who were president and secretary. We have got, when we took over, one good thing was that we had a good financial health of the association.
Correct.
That was very critical. Okay, and having taken over me, Praveen, and the rest of the team, whole focus is that we should grow this game.
Correct.
Okay, and Goa is one place, is one small state, but having the best infrastructure as far as badminton is concerned. Compared to any state in India, Goa is the best infrastructure focused state as far as badminton. We have got courts like, you can see these premises.
At Vedanta as well
Then we have at Navelim, we have at Panjim, so many places. So infrastructure wise, we are all ready. In terms of events happening in Goa now, next month we are going to have a Masters Nationals happening here, where almost 2,000 plus participants from across India are going to come and play. At the same time, we are also looking at making Goa as I also talk about pickleball hub of India. Same way, badminton also. A lot of organizations are wanting to come and have their events in Goa.
Correct.
NSGBA will only assist them. We will support their endeavor, because finally we want more and more focus to badminton. We want more parents to see, so that their children can be brought into this sport.
They are inspired to take the sport.
In fact, I was just talking to him, next year, instead of doing the Ultimate Badminton League on a Saturday, Sunday, I'm requesting them do it on a working day where all the school students can come and watch them. So only the challenge is the players. There are 27 players in each team, and they are working, all professionals. Whether they can come is, but as a GBA president, I would want more and more students to come and watch the sport. Watching them live is much different than watching on your mobile or this. So the whole focus is that I'm requesting them, let us do it on a
I think
working day.
if you have team owners like Yogiraj with such a good charm, I think, and all the other team owners, I think they can always impress upon that let's do it for betterment of the sport.
Of the sport. And I think, yes.
I think, Praveen Babu, if I want to ask you is, from this league that happened recently, there might be some players that have impressed upon you, have taken this opportunity. If I can ask you one or two players, if you'd like to highlight, that has stolen the show for you. They might not be the winners, but still they were part.
There were many actually, but if you were to ask me, name a few. From Yogiraj's team, there was Om Nandanwar as well as Paz Joshi, both in fact players of Khelo India itself at the Center of Excellence. They've trained here for 3 years. Right now, I think they've moved on to their respective home state associations, but they've trained over here in Khelo India. Amazing talent. They've represented Goa at the not only the state ranking tournaments, but they've represented Goa at the national levels as well in various All India ranking tournaments. And currently, there are 2 players from Bicholi and Sakli who are currently the players of Khelo India as well. They have played phenomenally well. In fact, if you see right behind us, we have Shubham Swami and Soham Naik, also from Bicholim constituency. Amazing talents, Khelo India student players, and performed phenomenally well at Ultimate Badminton.
My name is Shubham Swami.
My name is Soham Naik.
I was साखळेसून.
I am from Sangaleem.
माझ्या टीमीचे नाव आहे यशस मेशर.
I am a part of Pirate Titans.
टुर्नामेंट बरो ऑर्गनायज केल्लो वेदांतान. इट वॉज अ गुड एक्सपिरियन्स. व्हडले प्लेयर येयले बरे
बरे टॉप प्लेयर्स तेंच्या मातशें कितें शिकोवंक गावलें. स्टोक्स बी मागीर
एक्सपिरियन्स बरो आसलो.
प्रेशर कशें हँडल करपाक तें शिकोवंक गावलें.
हांव म्हाज्या गेमीचेर आनी वर्क करतलो.
नेक्स्ट इयर हांव करतलो ट्राय की मागीर टिमीक जिखोवंक खातीर.
आनी फुडल्या वर्सा वेदांत ऑर्गनायज करतले तेन्ना सो हांव विन करून दितलो टिमीक.
आमचे गोवाचे यंगस्टर जे माणिक भायर सरतले हांव हेय मागता की हे बॅडमिंटन लीग परतून जावंक जाय.
Towards the end of the show, Yogi, if I want to ask you as a team owner, what is 1 or 2 suggestions that you'd like to give to the association as a team owner so that we can improve upon the next edition that you're looking forward?
Actually, there is no suggestions for them. This year was the best what they have
Was
done.
a perfect recipe.
They have, due to the participation of Vedanta, this year they have given even the players a lot of facilities, extra facilities you can say this year. So this year it was excellent. So I don't expect anything more, but I think
This has to be consistent,
yeah,
continued.
At least, Vedanta should continue supporting UBL so that at least the players are happy with what was done this year.
I think, gentlemen, it's really pleasure. I'm really tempted to play, but I think I can understand you have your schedule. But getting that important time for us to discuss VUBL and more importantly, badminton as a sport. I'm really grateful that you came here, shared your valuable insights into Vedanta Ultimate Badminton League. It was a pleasure to have you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Pleasure.